Hey guys, my name's Son here. Today we'll be playing Slime Isekai Memories. Actually, I won't be playing it, but we'll be talking about the new stuff that came out in this game that came out recently. And there's so many cool stuff here. You get the 100 gems here. I haven't done it yet. And this. I heard this is insanely hard. Whoever does this, have fun. This is gonna be a fun event for you. Honestly. Anyway, let's talk about how good these units are. So we first looking at Diablo and RIMURU, who is a Dark Banner Part 3 for the Space Month, which is actually insane because they said there's going to be no more Space unit, but we end up getting Diablo and RIMURU for Part 3 of this half ANNI, which is actually insane. But both of these guys look so cool looking and costumes. I actually looked at their kits beforehand and it doesn't match how good their costume is in my opinion, but honestly, if you like these units, summon for them. If you like Dark, summon for them. I'm just saying how good I think they are, honestly. So let's look into these units. So starting off here is with Diablo, who is the Ebony Demon Dark unit. Another Dark Diablo, I guess forever Dark unit, am I right? He's an attack buff unit, which means he will have more attack than any other stats here in his kit. And his stat, that's really good for DPS, which we all know he is just because of his first skill, which was right teased today. And starting off with his ult is a single target normal damage. Normal damage, which is a magic attack for 450%, which is less than Milim's, which has 470%, which is 20% more than Diablo's. But obviously she's the Heart 1 unit, she's supposed to be better. Makes sense. This ult is going to be doing a lot of damage. It's single target. Single target is always good, especially on attack growth. And we'll be looking at his battle skill, and his first battle skill is Mortuary Smash. It increases own souls of combos, which is ult damage, by 70% for turn 1. At first look, this actually looks really nuts, but in my opinion, it's not as nuts as people think it is, just because Milm does the whole team. Even if this costs 15 costs, which both of these cost 15 costs, Milm allows you to ult other units. This guy only lets himself ult. This is really good with Rimuru's, one of his Rimuru skills, which is also very good, but I just think, honestly, I'd rather just have ult damage for my whole team, but I think he is technically the best DPS in the game, and best DPS in Dark. I think he's really good. For his first skill, I think his first skill is really good. Second skill, Spatial Abyss, point 20, which costs 15 with max. Increase the own's power rate by 80%, and increase own power by 20% power rates. Okay, I think this is not very strong, just because it doesn't have really much synergy for his first skill, honestly, just because there's no synergy for it, like, honestly. Okay, anyway, I had to sneeze, but the first skill is very, too clear, first skill is very strong if you don't run Milm, but in most cases, I feel like you should always run Milm, just because having the whole team is insane, just so you can ult anyone. I think that's better than his first skill, but honestly, I think he's probably going to be the best DPS, so technically you just don't run Milm anymore, which is sad because she is still an insane unit, but I digress. It's 15 cost, which makes it really good with Rimuru and Shion, in my opinion, so you can ult constantly with this guy. It's gonna suck when you have to use ults on his other team, though. But the second skill is, in my opinion, very anti-synergy, just because you won't be ulting with him, but you're using counter rate. How does that work out? And honestly, counter rate does not stop ults, which means that you can still be ult. And he has no defensive buff, which makes this kind of not relevant in my opinion, because also, he doesn't have taunt. Anyone can be hit on your team still. So this can never proc technically on this turn, which makes it kind of weak in my opinion. Golem is decently because you can run it throughout your whole team, and it's for more turns. This is only for one turn, it's only on him. If this is for the whole team, this could be actually pretty good. The fact that it doesn't do that makes it kind of weak. And also, in my opinion, most DPSs, strong DPSs, like really strong DPS, not like just good DPS, strong DPS like Gazel, Milm, have skills that helps them with their ult damage on both skills. He only helps them on the first skill, so the second skill not having anything that helps him makes him kind of generally weak in my opinion. Like, not weak, in terms, it just makes him weaker, even though the first skill is very good. I just think the second skill really hinders him as a DPS. It makes him a worse unit generally. But honestly, he's gonna be good unit. I just don't think he's gonna be the top tier DPS you want. And then his character trait is increase his own sacred age if you have your team, and it's only one time for 3 turns. So I think he's gonna do a lot of ults and damage, but I just think this is not gonna be very relevant. Honestly, Diablo is a good unit. I just don't think he's that OP. And then we have Rimuru, who is a dark protector, and he increases space and dark, which I think space is strong, but his skill doesn't really support having space units. So the first skill increases all defenses by 40%. This is gonna be really good for Diablo for his counter rate, but I just think honestly in most cases you don't really want to counter rate or increase defenses, you want to increase attack. So this being here just makes me feel like the rest of its skills are just weakened just because of this being here. Second thing is increase all the allies dark damage by 15% for 2 turns. This is Raminus ability, and it's very strong. I can't complain about that. And then his final thing is the Soka skill, which decreases everything minus by 15%. Not 15%, minus everything by the skill points by 15 points. So everything, if you use a skill point, it goes up 35. It will go back to 15. Honestly, I think Rimuru looks okay. I just think his increasing all defense is just not that good. Increasing all allies dark damage is good, but it's not spammable like Ramirez. So like, because Ramirez can just make a whole board, which allows you to hit more. This guy doesn't do that. He just decreases skill points and increases damage. With Ramirez, you can make a whole board of blues, which allows you to hit with all of them, which makes full use of the dark damage. It doesn't really do it with Rimuru here. I still think he's better than Ramirez in my opinion, but because of the skill, I think the Soka skill is very strong. I just don't think it's good as skill points, full hand changes like Hakuro or Veldor. I think he's a very okay protector. I think Shion Oko is kind of just better. But I think he's a good unit if you want to use him with the costume. His costume looks very beautiful. Very awesome in my opinion. And Diablo looks very good. Honestly, the only thing this banner has over the most banners is 5%, but honestly I don't think the 5% really matters here. I think both units are... I think Diablo is really good. I think Rimuru is okay. I honestly don't think this banner is very worth it, but if you like Diablo, Rimuru, or just Dark in general, this banner is worth it. I'll be only doing one multi just for fun. So this will be, let's see what we get. Honestly, I don't really care for this banner too much. I just like what they look like. So let's see what we get here. I honestly don't care if I get them or not. I really want the costumes, but honestly, I don't really need them. So let's see what we get here. It's a fun little multi. I'm probably going to be saving for next month, which I think will be Wind, and I hope they have some pretty cool units like Transform Albus, because I love Albus, like dude. Okay, it looks like a skip, so I'm going to skip here. And we got nothing all the same, but alright. Anyway, I'm going to be saving up for the next month. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I might do some content where I showcase the space units, or units I have. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope to see you guys later. Peace out.